Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Buzz Bee Toys, The Walking Dead Air Warriors Abraham's M-16. Unlike Andrea's rifle, Abraham's M16 comes with 12 suction darts and, of course, the clip to house them as well. It blasts up to a whopping 72 feet. 72 feet. And it's clip-fed dart blasting action. It carries over also the same artwork as the rifle that we already had a look at as well. We spin around the back of the package. This one's a lot bigger, obviously, than the rifle. Shows you the operating instructions on the side. I'll show you how that works when we get this opened up. Pullback action handle, of course, your trigger, your stock, and all the goodies that make up the M16. On the side of the box, let's just bring that over there for a second. On the side of the box, also there's Carl's revolver, Andrea's rifle that we already had a look at, and Rick's shotgun. This comes to us from the folks over at Buzz Bee Toys. Spot will put the information down below if you'd like to check out more cool stuff from the folks over at Buzz Bee. Spot's going to take a break. I'm going to get this opened up. It's going to be a little bit more involved, I think, getting this all out of packaging. But when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Air Warriors Walking Dead Abraham's M16. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Now that we have the Air Warriors Abraham's M16 out of packaging, let's get a better look at some of the things that come included with it. If you were to count up to 8, you would have to count another 4 to total up the number of bullets, or in this case foam darts, that come included with Abraham's M16. Yes, you get a total of 12 of these, and they are the exact same styrofoam foam darts as it's not really styrofoam, but more foam darts as Andrea's rifle. So you can mix and match these. If you're getting low on ammunition, your partner in crime fighting zombies, can certainly lend you or give you some extra ammunition. But you get 12 of these. I'm sure I still have to point out to the fact that don't be aiming this at someone's face or dog, or, just be very careful, guys. Be very careful. I'm sure I don't have to tell all of you, be careful when you fire these off. All right, so the mechanics of the M16, though it's a little larger, yes, the mechanics of it are pretty much exactly the same as Andrea's rifle. Before we have a look at how things work, let's have a look at how things look. The coloring of Abraham's M16 is about the same color, a little bit more white, I suppose, with the back stock and the undercarriage of the actual barrel. But your magazine clip is still yellow, and predominantly it's a red faced M16, and then you've got the little Walking Dead sticker on there. It's actually on both sides too, unlike Andrea's rifle, which was only featured on the one side. So that's again, it's a much bigger gun, a little bit more beef, I would say, versus the smaller rifle. But again, everything kind of works exactly the same. So you have a little button here that will release the magazine. It's not releasing, Spot. No, I know it's not. I'll show you that in a second. You of course, your trigger, and the top is basically the same method as the little swing lock on the rifle. In this case, what you need to do is you need to take the top portion here of the handle and bring it back. And then that will allow you to access the button on the underside to deploy, I love that word, the magazine clip. And same way, it's also the same size magazine clip as well. Fill this up. I'm not going to fill up all 8, but I'll fill a couple, put in a couple in there, or all 12. It does only still fit 8, so even though you have 12 to work with, you will have 4 extra. I wish there was maybe a couple little clips on the side where you could have put some extra ammunition that you're not using at the time, but that's okay. Making sure the arrow is facing this way, line it back up to the open section on the underside of the M16, pop it into place, and again, it won't go anywhere until you release the button again. In this case, what you're going to do is you're going to take the handle now and you're going to bring it forward, and that's going to lock it into place. It actually will not also deploy. You can see the magazine clip until you fire the first, the first bullet, and then from there you can still release the magazine clip. You can also bring back the handle, which is now again currently locked. This one feels a little bit more. A little easier, I find, to hold. Granted, I own adult hands, but I find it's a little easier to hold personally. It doesn't have necessarily the scope that the rifle has, but it still has kind of a little targeting, not quite a scope, a little targeting point on the end of the barrel. So we're gonna go ahead and fire this off. I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys that the fact that it fires 72 feet, there's a little bit of kick. Little bit of kick, he says. A little bit of kick to the firing bullet. So we're going ahead. Be very careful of us being around anything. Don't be, pointing this right at somebody's face. That would hurt, even though these are foam darts. But let's go ahead and fire it. We'll press the button, and here we go. And actually, I did have a little kick, and luckily it did avoid my face, even though it's soft foam. I could have avoided having a dart flung right at my face. And again, it won't fire again. See, it's not doing anything until once again you bring this back, bring it forward, and it's loaded now the next bullet. Go ahead and fire it again. And a whopping thwomp as the bullet is fired out from the exit point of the M16. I really like this one. I liked the rifle, but I think this one just has a little bit more extra presence to it. Of course, it's in the neon colors as well, so no one's going to confuse it for a real rifle when you're fighting the Walking Dead. But some fun toys from the folks over at Buzz Bee Toys. Today's Toy Spot, we're continuing our looks at the new Air Warriors Walking Dead line of weapons. Today we're having a look at the Walking Dead's Abraham M16. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have a look at more of these. Yay! More of the Walking Dead Buzz Bee toy foam dart firing guns. Lots more videos to come as well, guys. Thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you next time.